the Ford Center at the Star. This is the 2022 Western Governors University Commencement in Dallas, Texas. This ceremony for the master's graduates is a live broadcast and will be available for replay on YouTube and WGU's website.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the 84th Commencement for Western Governors University. I'm Linda Battles, Regional Vice President for the South Region at WGU and Chancellor of WGU Texas. Welcome to the great state of Texas. Graduates, families, and friends, thank you for joining us as we celebrate this special occasion. Our ceremony is being recorded and streamed live. A special welcome to all of our online viewers joining us across the country and around the world. If you are able, please stand for the processional and remain standing for our national anthem.
twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Please be seated, everyone. Good morning and welcome, everyone. I'd like to thank Janelle English of Henderson, Nevada, for performing our national anthem. Janelle is a third grade teacher with a background in musical theater, and she looks for any reason to include music and performance in her classroom. The first in her immediate family to earn a college degree, Janelle serves as the president of a nonprofit organization that brings music and educational programs to the Las Vegas area. She completed her Master of Science in Curriculum and Instruction from Western Governors University in 2020. Thank you, Janelle. It is my honor to convene the 84th Western Governors University Commencement. Today marks our first in-person commencement of the year, and we are excited to be with all of you here today. I admire each and every one of you, and it's great to look out upon you with your caps, with your gowns, with all your friends and family here. And I felt like I was a little bit left out. So I decided to get myself a cap. Graduates, friends, family, welcome to Texas. Please know that the safety of our graduates, guests, faculty, staff, and all attending or supporting this commencement is of utmost importance. We thank each of you for taking the precautions necessary to allow us to host this event safely. This year is a special one. For all of us at WGU, it's our 25th anniversary. In just 25 years, we have had the privilege of helping more than 260,000 graduates find new pathways to opportunity through higher education. It is humbling to look back at the growth of WGU's impact in our first 20 years. We recognized nearly 100,000 graduates, and now in just 5 years later, we have exceeded 260,000. By the end of this year, our silver anniversary year, we expect to celebrate more than 300,000 graduates. That truly is amazing. We look forward to continuing our tradition of breaking tradition as we work to expand our impact in the coming years. And so to commemorate this special year, each of you with us here in Dallas received a silver cord to wear on your regalia. And I even have one of mine here. So as part of our celebration, Governor Abbott's office honored WGU with a proclamation, and I have that here. This is in celebration of WGU's 25 years of innovation. He says on this, across the Lone Star State, institutions of higher learning offer invaluable opportunities, laying the foundation of excellence on which we are building the future. For 25 years, WGU has been committed to providing a rigorous, well-rounded education, establishing a legacy of success that will long highlight the best of our great state. Thank you to Governor Abbott and his wife, Cecilia, who is a longtime teacher, for their continued support of our work here in Texas. Let's give them a round of applause. On behalf of the entire university and our Board of Trustees, we welcome our honored graduates, each and every one of you, and congratulate you on completing one of life's great achievements. WGU graduates, this is a day I hope will remain with you forever. Each of you has accomplished something extraordinary. Your graduation is a milestone reached and a dream achieved. It's the culmination of numerous challenges faced and obstacles overcome. Since our founding, we have focused on our students, working hard and studying late, earning their degrees while they keep their commitments to families and to jobs. And for you, there's been an added layer of complexity. You did it in the midst of a pandemic, a period in which you were compelled to adapt and grow in ways not previously imagined. Today's milestone represents an unprecedented level of dedication, persistence, and resilience. And for that, we congratulate and celebrate you. At this moment in history, the world needs individuals exactly like you, those unafraid of new challenges, those with the tenacity to surmount the insurmountable, the foresight to anticipate the unforeseeable, and the flexibility to adapt to new normals, and the commitment to persist no matter what. Those who have shown us that there's only one way to go, forward. Your time at WGU has prepared you well for this. You're now equipped to propel yourselves, your families, your employers, and your communities forward. And we know you'll be successful. You join only 13% of adults in the United States who hold master's degrees. And many of you are graduating today with a family member. We offer a special congratulations to those who are sharing this accomplishment with a loved one. WGU is grateful to be recognized year after year as a military-friendly university. We're proud to honor the military members who are graduating, and we thank you for your service to our country. You may have noticed that our military graduates are proudly wearing red, white, and blue cords today to symbolize their service to our country. We thank these brave and selfless patriots. And will you please stand to be recognized? Also joining us are many of our WGU faculty and staff, and please join me in thanking them for their dedication and commitment to your success. You can see them out here on your right and on your left, as well as up here on the stage. Let's give them a shout of applause. Thank you. Since we celebrated our first graduate in 2000, WGU has awarded more than 260,000, including 49,000 in 2021 alone. I'd like to share some facts about today's graduating class. 41% of you are the first in your family to earn a college degree. We extend a special congratulations to you. Your average age is 39 years old, the youngest is 19, and the oldest is 70. "72% of you are women." That's right. The average time you took to earn a master's degree was 2 years, and 46 states are represented here today. And not surprisingly, the state with the most graduates represented here, with 331 attendees, is Texas. But our graduate who traveled the farthest to join us today, over 2,000 miles, is from Seattle, Washington. I'm thinking they may have come here for the weather. Having lived in Seattle at this time of year, it can be a little tough. Thank you for your dedication to being here today. You work diligently to reach an educational milestone that will change the course of your own history and influence future generations. Thank you for allowing all of us at WGU to play a part in the fulfillment of your dream. It truly has been our privilege. And now we have the honor of hearing from two of your fellow graduates. I'm delighted to introduce Melanie Kerr, Master of Business Administration from Oregon. And then we'll hear from Rhoda Chisholm, Master of Health Leadership from Texas. Please join me in welcoming Melanie to the lectern.
Hello, fellow graduates. I am beyond grateful and proud to be standing here today with all of you celebrating this amazing accomplishment. My journey began when my family and I moved to America from the Philippines. I was 13 years old. At an early age, I understood the sacrifice, time, and effort it took my grandmother, aunt, and uncles to bring us here to America. I made it my purpose to ensure I work hard on my goals to make their investment worthwhile. It is my way of thanking them for the life-changing opportunity they have provided me. I thought I had accomplished this goal back in 2016, when my husband and I took a leap of faith and opened our car dealership. Wow, looking back, what a brutal industry. Especially for a woman in a male-dominated industry. Nevertheless, I went for it. We worked 7 days a week, 16 hours a day, and invested our entire life in our endeavor. We grew our business year after year, and eventually the dealership became part of our identity. Right before the pandemic, we decided to sell the business, which you could say was an unexpected curveball. The company had become bigger than us, and we knew it would not survive without additional funding. It was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. After selling our business, I lost my purpose, my mission, and my vision. I felt defeated. Eventually, my husband and I decided to move to Oregon and leave California for a fresh start. I was in search of my next purpose, my next mission. I soon realized what I have enjoyed the most while owning my own company were the people. Training and developing employees, creating strategic actions and procedure to grow the business. So I decided to go back to school and earn a degree in human resources. I researched many universities, and WGU stood out to me the most. WGU put students first, considering their experience through the competency model and providing continued innovation to provide the highest quality of education. I was impressed, and I loved the platform. I was in control of my education. It was such a refreshing experience, and I enjoyed it so much that I finished my bachelor's in human resources in 7 months. WGU inspired me and gave me my next purpose, to achieve my dream of being an HR industry leader. I was so inspired and motivated that I came back to earn my MBA through WGU. I passed the 2 most important HR certifications, SHRM CP and PHR, using all the knowledge I acquired through my education. Today, I am the Director of Human Resources for an aerospace manufacturing company, leading the organization alongside the CEO through this complex, unprecedented time. And I would have not done it without my education at WGU. As I stand here today, I can't help but thank my family, especially my grandmother, Maria, my Aunt Remy, my Uncle Boy, and my Uncle Ernie, for bringing us here to the United States and providing me with a lifetime of opportunities. And to the love of my life, my husband, Matt, for always being there for me. Life will always throw you a curveball. That's probably the only constant thing about life. As the famous Nobel Prize writer and historian Winston Churchill once said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." As I look at every one of you, I see all walks of life. It does not matter about your past, your age, or how quick or how long it took you to finish your degree. What matters is your courage to continue when life throws you a curveball. And that is worth celebrating. Thank you.
Y'all, I love Texas, but I'm from Kentucky. All right, good morning, fellow graduate friends, family members, and faculty members. I am thrilled to be here and honored to be speaking to you today. I am a nurse and a corporate manager for a national healthcare system. By all odds, I should be neither. My parents were high school dropouts, and I grew up poor in rural Kentucky. We were recipients of welfare, and I received free lunches at school. My family also received free cheese and other commodities. The cheese was delicious, but if I never eat canned pork or corned beef hash again, it will be too soon. Luckily, my parents wanted an easier life for me and knew education was my way out of poverty. In fact, my daughter, who is a doctor, and my son, who is an IT specialist, are one generation from poverty. And that's all because of the power of education. My parents showed up and got involved. They were leaders in PTO, band boosters, and every other school-related function my brother and I joined. Their example of volunteer leadership helped shape who I am today. I tell everyone I'm a late bloomer. I graduated at 19 as a registered nurse. How scary is that? And did not earn a bachelor's degree until I was 45. I completed my Master of Health Leadership at 51 because I finally believed I was capable. If you're like me, you've had many bosses. I left a job that I was good at after 24 years because of a boss. I finished my graduate degree because of my two leaders that I now report to. They are the reason I felt for the first time that I was capable of doing more, to complete my degree, to earn industry certifications, and to speak on the national stage. John Quincy Adams said, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader." By this definition, my professional mentors, Meredith and Sheila, who is here today, she traveled to support me, are consummate leaders. Some like to say that people are born leaders. Do you believe that's true, or can leaders be made? While certain personality traits are beneficial, leadership skills can be learned. Probably one of the most desirable is emotional intelligence, or EQ. Personally, I think our entire population should work on their EQ, as the COVID pandemic seems to have developed our rotten parts. So, what exactly is EQ? EQ allows you to be aware of your emotions as well as those around you. It gives you a better understanding of your team members and how to work effectively with them. I'm going to talk about some of the qualities of an emotionally intelligent leader. The ability to have empathy for others is an important attribute of a great leader, but don't confuse empathy for sympathy. Sympathy is feeling sorry for someone, but empathy seeks to understand from their perspective. I often say that I don't agree with everyone's opinion, but I can almost always understand why they arrived at it. No one experiences life in exactly the same way. Wouldn't it be boring if we did? Leaders must practice self-awareness and know their strengths and weaknesses. They also need to acknowledge past experiences they may bring to any situation. I am very self-aware that I get hangry and know my judgment may be skewed when I'm hungry. You can just ask my husband. I've learned not to make big decisions in that moment and to temper my responses to others. Effective communication is paramount to any leader's success. An open-door policy is great, but it is not enough to foster excellent communication with your team. You must consciously engage with them frequently and ask questions while listening to their answers to understand, not just to respond. You may be surprised what you learn by listening to their opinions and suggestions. Lastly, the most important leadership quality of all is integrity. Always do the right thing, even when it's hard. Be honest, trustworthy, and reliable. Do not be a finger pointer. If a member of my team makes a mistake, I own it. I don't want them to ever be afraid to tell me of an error. We will discuss and plan how to improve our processes so the mistake never happens again. Not to sound trite, but I leave you with this from Robert Ingersoll. We rise by lifting others. I challenge you to be a leader and not a boss. Thank you, WGU, for the outstanding education I received and for the opportunity to speak today.
Thank you, Melanie and Rhoda. I think they are great examples of the fact that talent is truly everywhere and that opportunity is abundant, and it's just an honor and a privilege to be part of helping them find their pathway to that opportunity. I think they also are a great example of how there is only one way to go, and that is forward. So despite what may have been before, that is not going to define each and every one of our futures. We get to choose. And so thank you again, Melanie and Rhoda, for those inspiring stories. It is now my honor to introduce our commencement speaker. There we go. As I let the, waiting a little bit more up there. There we go. Okay, now I'm pleased to introduce our commencement speaker, Christine Ha. Christine is the first ever blind contestant and season 3 winner of the reality television show Master Chef with Gordon Ramsay. She defeated more than 30,000 home cooks across the country to secure the Master Chef title and a cookbook deal. Christine holds a Master of Fine Arts from the Creative Writing program at the University of Houston, where she served as fiction editor for Gulf Coast Literary Journal, and a bachelor's degree in business administration from the University of Texas at Austin. She is currently working on her memoir and second cookbook. Recipes from My Home Kitchen, Asian and American Comfort Food, Christine's first cookbook, was a New York Times bestseller. She has been featured on NPR, the BBC, and CNN International, and travels around the globe to give keynote addresses and TEDx talks. Christine has also served as a culinary envoy to overseas for the American Embassy as part of cultural diplomacy programs in Jordan, Serbia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, and Croatia. She was a co-host on the Canadian cooking show Four Senses and a judge on MasterChef Vietnam. In 2014, Christine received the Helen Keller Personal Achievement Award from the American Foundation for the Blind, a recognition formerly bestowed upon Ray Charles, Patty Duke, and Stevie Wonder, among others. Christine's first restaurant in Houston, The Blind Goat, was named a semi-finalist for the 2019 Best New Restaurant in America by the James Beard Foundation. Her second restaurant, Jin Chow, opened in September 2020. Please welcome Christine Ha.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. First, I want to thank the president, the provost, board of trustees, and university leaders for inviting me here today to give my first commencement address ever. A little nervous. I want to say to the faculty, staff, family, friends, the program mentors, and the overall WGU community, welcome. And of course, last but not least, to all the graduates here today, congratulations, you did it. Many of you may know me as the blind cook that won season 3 of MasterChef on Fox about a decade ago. And for those of you who don't know me, well, I'm the blind cook that won this TV show called MasterChef with Gordon Ramsay in 2012. It's been 10 years. I'm here to tell you a little bit about my story of how I got from point A to point B, which, as many of us know who have lived life, is never in one straight trajectory. My story actually began before I was born. My parents came as Vietnamese refugees in 1975. They left Saigon right as the Vietnam War was ending, came over to the US. I was born some years later in Southern California in Long Beach. So if you watched the Super Bowl last week, you know I was repping Long Beach, LBC pretty hard. But I grew up in Houston, and from a young age, my parents have always tried to instill the importance of education in me. I remember one of the first pieces of furniture my parents bought me when I learned to sit up was a small plastic green desk so I could sit on the floor and draw and write and work out math problems, you know, the typical things a kid does in his spare time. I was expected to be a straight A student, and of course, I did pretty well in school. I would bring home my report card and get A's, and my mom would say, "Why aren't they A+s?" And I would tell the story that my friends would get money for their report card. For every A they got, they would get $1 or $2 or $5. And my parents said, every non-A you bring home, you can get a whooping. So yes, I learned from a very young age that education is important. Fast forward many years later, I went to college to get my undergraduate degree in business. And I was a fairly good student in college, but I was a terrible cook. To the bane of all Asian parents across the world, I didn't even know how to make rice in a rice cooker. So you can imagine how much of an embarrassment I was. But after I moved out of the dorms, after my first year, I lived in an apartment on the west side of campus, and I decided I needed to learn to cook. Growing up, my mom was a great home cook. She cooked a lot of the Vietnamese foods that she knew from back in her day in Vietnam. She would cook delicious aromatic noodle soups, crispy, savory egg rolls, braised pork belly, a lot of things with fish sauce, stuff that was pretty stinky, not really cool back then. I'd be the kid that would bring that lunch to school and then try to trade off my pork belly with fish sauce for the bologna and cheese sandwiches that my classmates had. I was quite embarrassed about the food I was eating. But when I was an adult, I did realize that I missed her cooking and all the food that I grew up eating. You see, she passed away when I was 13 and never left me any recipes or ever taught me how to cook. So it wasn't until I was a young adult that I realized I wanted to learn to cook the foods that I grew up eating. So I bought cookbooks, bought a cheap set of pots and pans and knives, and just read these cookbooks and tried to learn to cook. And of course, I made a lot of terrible food back in the day. But after a while, I persisted, and I eventually cooked a dish that turned out okay. In Vietnamese, it's called gà kho gừng, which means ginger braised chicken, and I initially picked that recipe because I'd failed at so many other recipes, and this was the one recipe in the cookbook that had the shortest list of ingredients and the least amount of steps, so I decided to try to make that dish. And fortunately, it turned out pretty good. All of my roommates, my friends, they ate it all. We had no leftovers, nothing went into the trash. And I remember then looking around the dining table, seeing my friends' faces, and their smiles, and they were satiated and happy, and that's what initially sparked my love for cooking. There's something really joyous about being able to create something with my own two hands and serve somebody else and have them experience what I made and enjoy it. This is when my love for cooking began, and I continued to read a lot of cookbooks and teach myself how to cook and experiment a lot in the kitchen. Coincidentally, it was around this same time in my life that I began losing my vision. It first started with blurriness in one of my eyes. It turned out it was my optic nerve that was inflamed. And initially, I was misdiagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and it took 4 years before I was correctly diagnosed with something called neuromyelitis optica, or NMO for short. And it's similar to MS, where it's an autoimmune condition that affects my neurological system, so it can affect the optic nerves and the spinal cord. I remember back years ago to one of my worst attacks ever, where I was losing my vision and I couldn't see anything except for darkness, and I had a spinal cord inflammation that was so severe, within a matter of 4 days, I was completely paralyzed from the neck down. I remember it took a long time for me to recover from that. There was a lot of physical therapy, a lot of occupational therapy, but at the beginning, I was just laid up in bed. I couldn't sit up by myself. I couldn't feed myself. I couldn't get to the restroom. I couldn't see anything. The only thing that really kept me going through those times, in addition to family and friends visiting, were audiobooks. I've always grown up loving to read. I was very much an avid reader. I was the kid that would lock myself up in the bathroom and pretend I was using the toilet, but I was really reading a whole novel. My parents would be banging on the door, wondering what I was doing. I was also the kid that would stay up late reading books under the covers and way past my bedtime. And this was the time that audiobooks came back into my life and my love for literature was sparked once again. Growing up as an only child, I've always loved to escape in the world of stories and fantasy. And this was a time when I wanted to escape my reality. And so books and novels helped me get through that. Once I recovered from my spinal cord inflammation, I still had lost my vision, but I learned to read Braille. I learned orientation mobility, how to get around with a white cane. I decided to go back to school to get my master's degree in creative writing because I wanted to tell these stories for other people to read when they were in their dark times. In my last year of getting my master's, I decided to, as if life wasn't hard enough getting an education, I decided to audition for MasterChef and have Gordon Ramsay yell at me on television. I really went off not expecting to win, but I wanted to experience it because as a writer, as an artist, we try to experience life as much as we can because it feeds our creativity. So I thought if anything, I would go off, get kicked off pretty early, but I would have some kind of experience to go home and write a humorous essay about or some kind of story. I did not expect to win. But I did win that season, and then ever since then, my life has been turned upside down. I was able to write a cookbook, and as a writer and as someone who loves food and cooking, it was a dream come true to hear that my cookbook was on the New York Times bestseller, one right above Gwyneth Paltrow's cookbook, so I was happy about that. I got to host a television show in Canada. I got to judge MasterChef Vietnam, travel around the world to help with women's empowerment movements and help with visually impaired advocacy and disability advocacy. And then the biggest challenges I've had that I've been able to accomplish is opening 2 restaurants, one of which was during the pandemic. So if you think about it, you may not think that your story is similar to mine at all. But I'm here to tell you that if you break it down and look at it very closely, our stories are similar. We've all had to come to some challenges and learn to overcome them. Whether they be physical challenges like dealing with a disability or learning that you have a chronic illness, some sort of diagnosis like that. It could be a mental challenge, whether it's depression or a learning disorder. They could be relational challenges, marriages falling apart, the loss of a loved one. Any of these are challenges that life hands us. I've had my own challenges, you've had your challenges, but the important thing is you're going to learn to overcome them or you have overcome them. Everyone in life is dealt a different hand, and it's really not about what hand you get, but it's how you play that hand that counts. So I'm here to tell you today that you've been able to overcome so many things to get to where you are. Looking back, I know that my parents really enforce that importance of education in me, but I think that it was life experience that truly helped me get to where I am today. And I know all of you now have experience and education under your belts. So that means you're ready to go and conquer that world. And please go conquer that world, because ambition never rests. Thank you. Where is it? Oh, I was taking that little note. Thank you.
Isn't Christine awesome? Let's give her another round of applause. Thank you so much for sharing about the trials you've experienced and how through them all you've persevered. It is truly remarkable, and thank you for that message to each and every one of us. And now we'll hear from our provost, Dr. Marnie Baker-Stein, who will confer degrees.
Sorry, I'm losing my cords here. Thank you, Scott. We will now recognize each of our master's degree graduates who wear a hood bearing the color of their discipline. Would the candidates for master's degrees and educator endorsements please rise? Go ahead and rise. There you go. That's everybody. That's all of you. Just rise. All right. Woo. Okay, now we're ready. Upon the favorable recommendation of our faculty and the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and member governors of Western Governors University, I hereby confer upon you the master's degree or endorsement you have earned, to include the Master of Arts, the Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Arts in Business Administration, Master of Education, Master of Science, or educator endorsement, with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Congratulations. Congratulations and welcome to the community of innovative, bold, and credible professionals. Please be seated for the moment. Very good. We're getting this. The following leaders from each of our colleges will now invite graduates to the stage for their moment in the spotlight. Casey Clark, Director, Business Programs, College of Business. Dr. Jan Jones-Shank, Senior Vice President and Executive Dean, College of Health Professions. David Towns, Vice President and Dean of Faculty Administration, College of IT. And Dr. Aaron Popham, Academic Vice President and Dean, Teachers College. Congratulations once again.
Thank you, Marnie. Notice the College of Business was up first on the standing, so we did it. Graduates, on behalf of the faculty, the staff, the leadership of the College of Business, I want to congratulate you on this very special occasion. So I'm going to invite you to stand up and come forward to be recognized at the direction of the marshal.
Megan Phillips.
Ruby Patterson.
Anthony Da Silva.
Erlena Bates.
Colby McClatchy.
Sharon Brown.
Joseph Tishy.
Laura Cook Johnson.
Donald R. Glover.
Jonathan Jones.
Mark Lisenby.
Lauren Dobbins.
Arthur Eschenberg.
Sue Ellen DeLauter.
David Galvan.
Carol Sandoval.
Jessica Coleman.
Christopher Lewis.
Andrew Wendling.
Brian Zam.
Carrie Kavley.
Emily Bird.
Melanie Kerr.
Fiona Thomas.
Carolyn Michelle Sunier.
Kevin Lyles.
Paul Kennedy.
Kelly Bender.
April Vasquez.
Aaron Holden.
Travis Venable.
Elvin White.
Lauren McClung.
Stephanie Cassiano.
Salvador Horqueta.
Caitlin Nielsen.
Maria Cristina Garcia.
Nicholas Cardone.
Julie Bennett.
Wesley Story.
Michelle Shelton.
Inkechi Shegun Adienka.
Benjamin Parker.
Rachel Galliano.
Laura Briones.
Bianca Sema.
Raymond Lamaro.
Jillian Jolly.
Shamir Walters.
Claudia Munoz.
Kristen Worth.
Jeffrey Wallace.
Jerry Gift.
Israel Rueda.
Tina Fika.
Luis Lopez.
Cynthia Warren Davis.
Charles Oliver.
Novian Davis.
Thank you, sir.
Robert S. Goldstein.
Chris Duval.
Carolyn Malone.
Carlos Briones.
Jason Sandifer.
Matthew Nimmitt.
Leon Hart.
Savannah Percola.
Jason Palfreyman.
Sonia Reese.
Christopher Washington.
Andrea Ulushi Amag-Williams.
Brianna Costa.
Andrew Perry.
Oyin Darmola. Ame Pade Kombi.
Sonia Lisa Crichton.
Sinal Patel.
Blanca Lucero Lopez.
Crystal Ann Salazar.
Jennifer Worley.
Claudia Mogel Sandoval.
Summer Wheater.
Yawande Aebedian.
Cliff Lawler.
Rowena Campo.
Jeffrey Brown Jr.
Stephen King.
Kiki Machette.
Letitia Forch.
Andrea Davis.
Dawn McEwen.
Erica Robinson.
Tiffany Pilney.
Wilhelmina Stuker.
Michael Yanez.
Aaron Paul Kabagroki.
James Anderson.
Catherine Pereiras.
Kevin Carroll.
Geraldina Collins.
David Leal.
Sarah Jennings.
Byung-sung Yu.
Ronald Brady.
Kemery Morrow.
Dean Newcomb.
Jack Mokanse.
Catherine Vigil.
Burhan Geni.
Teresa Rivera.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Allison Elliott.
Tracy Feigl.
Autumn Bailey.
Sundara Rajan Siddiqui Vasan.
Ama Linda Afi.
Sharon Nicole Oliver.
Leanne Craven.
Mark Fuller.
Gail Schroeder.
David McGowan.
Shinika Madar.
Amanda St. John.
Michelle Briggs.
Whitney Roden.
Jennifer Taylor.
Karina Pereira.
Lucia Uloa.
Antonetta Diane Moore Allen.
Eli Champion.
Stacy Oliver.
Martess Black.
Ashish Ota.
Chase Dodsworth.
Tashina Jacques.
Blair Eversley.
Nancy Apunda.
Christopher Smith.
Lucretia Simpson.
Charles Betancourt.
Crimsy Rose Manley.
Sandra Bedford.
Angela Hunt.
Rochelle Alonzo.
Simona Johnson.
Albert Ragland.
Rachel Janketch.
Greg Stepp.
Cherry Towner.
Joseph Cochran.
Stacy Venvekoven.
Rishana Austin.
Gloria Burton.
Marty Hawkins.
Michael Bujak.
Kaylin Brewer.
Nicole Alyssa Simon.
Kenneth Brewer.
Sarah Gomez.
Dyrus Coleman.
Ginger Reynolds.
Amy Jo Lane.
Linda Minshew.
Amy Armstrong.
Candace Sammons.
Robert Rain.
Jesse Baez.
Vicky Chancer.
Nina Strickland.
Cherie McKenzie.
Gilbert Puzan.
Jacqueline Lopez.
Desha Isaiah.
Vivian Perez.
Tawana Harris.
Stephanie Blackman.
Jasmine Anderson.
Pamela Hernandez.
Lori Ann K. Mills.
Melissa Conklin.
Taylor Smith.
Brandy Scroggins.
Elsa Sanchez.
Christine Johnson.
Shelby Miles.
Penny Fox.
Christopher Bell.
Michael Martin.
Ashley Dennis.
Jennifer Griffin.
Shanti Shaw.
Akosha Simpson.
Francesca Akibo.
Ona Gonzalez.
William Tualo Feo.
Erica Golette.
Naveen Machado.
Reyes Smith.
Christopher Carrasco.
Justin Caldwell.
Joanna Suarez.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I'm going to get all
Janine Pettit Nemeth.
Yohan Ibarra.
Amanda Morton.
Zay Bangoa.
Caroline Burks Stutzenberg.
Vincent Jackson.
Francis Riley. Shalini Kodayal. Veronica Birch. Izu Chukwu Anaolifo. Congratulations to the graduates from the College of Business.
Good morning, Texas. Will the brilliant, caring, and courageous graduates of the College of Health Professions, starting with the first row, please come forward as the marshals direct you to be individually recognized.
Sir Thomas Hayes.
Annette Barrera.
Adrian Day.
Sonia Mullink.
Jennifer Stafford.
Tracy Floyd.
Marcia M. Cisse.
Coquisha Gover.
Amanda Parham.
Janine Velasco.
Kelsey Mays.
Stephanie Hoffman.
Hannah Marie Zimmerman.
Bonita Annalyn Dean.
Anu Nayar.
Michelle Coletta.
Natalie Kroom.
Belinda Luther.
Christina Bacalso.
Tiffany Reeves.
Jessica Riddle.
Stephanie Shelton.
Shelley Standridge.
Angelina Aja Wilborn.
Linda Chavez.
Tracy Ornelas.
Gwendolyn Williams Butler.
Ferries Miles Hular.
Satrina Robinson.
Patricia Campbell.
Adepeju Elizabeth Adelabu.
Andre Davis.
Casey Taggart.
Angela Meyer.
Rachel Salinas.
Chidima Okeke.
Safu Ada Kimifi.
Kimberly Goldstein.
Omar Tino.
Deborah Burton.
Candace Hansen.
Roseanne Hughes.
Crystal Pollard.
Anita Jewel Parker.
Erica Belgrave.
Tara Smith.
Tiffany Howard.
Susan Barrow.
Brenda Maples.
Jimmy Callow.
Misty Hamilton.
Stephanie Stewart Kirschner.
Rowena Cruz.
Crystal Wynn.
Rhoda Chisholm.
Kathleen Jane Mendoza Ricafort.
Karan Crowell.
Stephanie Ramos.
Catherine Lugo.
Megan TV Airja.
Julie Ann Ferdoso Balias.
Claudia Kem Bumbala.
Antonia Latunji.
Maya Anil.
Augustina Adadiran.
Claudia McCarthy Phillips.
Amber Williams.
Barbara Carter.
Jennifer Kukovats.
Sarah Hackbarth.
Heather Ali.
Diane Anderson.
Cynthia Lade.
Markia Hood.
Angela Shea.
Veronica Gitau Brown.
Tafumi Agbalis.
Tiffany Mosley.
Natalie Snow.
Sashay Brown.
Lillian Garcia.
Michelle Blasco.
Melanie Harris.
Loretta Clavon.
Andrea Holloman.
Mandy Dick.
Lloyd Wallace.
Antoine Angelin Harrington.
Stacy Patterson.
Anika Pereira.
Patricia Williamson.
Nicole Hill.
Carly Padavani.
Carolyn Castillo.
Bernice Gomez.
Karina Munoz.
Erica Lee Prelo Robinson.
Renee Jolivet. Congratulations to the graduates of the College of Health Professions.
Good day. Will the graduates from the College of Information Technology, starting with the first row, please come forward in the direction of the marshals to be recognized individually.
Stephanie Mba.
Falgun Patel.
Abiola Wellington.
Beth Newvine.
Mohammed Faisal.
Michael Marshall.
Brian Cook.
James Galloway.
Christopher Knox.
Bongai Williams Eastar.
Balaparam Meshwaro Rani.
Charity Templeton.
Desmond Akpalar.
Joel Webb.
Juan Escobar.
Eric Brentzel.
Mary Favera.
Nick Alfonso.
Diu Iamar Zungi.
Shabir Salam Asaya.
Sylvia Woodson.
Susan Kalaluka.
Zachary Brooks.
Vianney Chimezi.
Joshua Kennedy.
Richard Martinez.
Afolabi Aquino.
Dale Gunderson.
Bill Oakes.
Caleb Hogue.
Christopher Thomas.
Promise Juanco.
Aiden Mendoza.
Anand Kumar.
Conroy Charles.
Kevin Adamson.
Carbella Muzwinila.
Carrie Mulligan.
Camille Kirangozi.
Lysandra Cedino.
Hideyemi Kolawole.
Martin Gregory.
Andrea Putman.
Jessica Montalvo Cummings.
Siddharthana Haputhanthiri.
Angela Abram.
Munshi Shasusdaman.
Bashar Bashir.
Victor Olaleyi.
George Eskander.
Thaddeus Bender.
Vinkata Sai Prashanth Devarasete.
Blessing Agariga.
Zalika Turner.
Kevin Ngueno.
Joseph English.
Nick Oberndorfer.
Eli McGinty.
Aaron Topance.
Michael Nieto.
Karthik Kanavalu Biswanath.
Nadia Bilal.
Alian Bape.
Bilal Abu Bakr.
Logan Crawford.
Adiola Obaya.
Zimmery Beatty.
Congratulations to the graduates of the College of Information Technology.
Good morning, Teachers College. You've done it. On behalf of the faculty, staff, and leadership of the Teachers College, we extend our heartfelt congratulations on work well done. We invite you to stand and follow the Marshal's instructions and come forward and be recognized for your accomplishment. Thank you.
Olivia Griffin.
Mandy Bush.
Denver Altieri.
Glenderlin David.
Leslie Teal.
Allison Mounts.
Miranda White.
Christy Smith.
Amanda L. Wood.
Damaris Gonzalez.
Amy Scaff.
Marcella Jacobs.
Christy Green.
David Lara Jr.
Tiana Barnes.
Stephanie Swanland.
Lori Holmes.
Brandy Hill.
Katanya Williams.
Misty Holly Stanford.
Vanity Avery.
Rachel Nilhouse.
Jennifer Lee.
Samantha Clott.
Laura Gafford.
Nicole Craig.
Jenna Garcia.
Aurora Taylor.
Suzanne Backy.
Lindsay Taylor.
Holly Jackson.
Tabitha White.
Shelby Warr.
Melissa Cole.
Dawn Trahan.
Lindsay Fire Robin.
Kylene Herskovisi.
Nicole Matlock.
Robert Dyson.
Cynthia Nemec.
Hannah Dorman.
Dana Scott.
Deandra Hobson.
Marlena Blanco.
Stephanie Provost.
Veronica Para Aguiar.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Sarah Tompkins.
Melissa Solomon.
Shannon Leslie.
Brooke Coletta.
Ida Gorman.
Shiming Bryce.
Misty Dawn Bartolome Guzman.
Amber Lewis.
Madison Hickey.
Janelle Schneider.
Erica Fuselier.
Erica Alvarado Wilson.
Mindy Leo.
Jennifer Walker.
Stephanie Cox.
Janelle English.
Cammie Stevens.
Nicole Motley Smith.
Danielle Quintino.
Brandy Glover.
Vida Sharp.
Ashley Menifee.
Maria Gonzalez.
Daniela Garay.
Veronica Gibson Edwards.
Samantha Swayze.
Cecilia Swint.
Caitlin Darr.
Corinne Vanetti.
Andrew Thor.
Alyssa Marzan.
Callie O'Connell.
Chelsea Chitham.
Ashley Campbell.
Josefina Chino Pacheco.
Madison Hastings.
Kristen Carmen.
Michelle Ferdinand.
Cherie Solbeck.
Kelly Thoman.
Jerry Weiss.
Sienna Bingham.
Rilani Gleeman.
Tabitha Nickens.
Liliana Galvin.
Harmony Giles.
Tiffany Pendleton.
Tamara Zaman Khan.
Cassie Kidd.
Deborah Bartela.
Caitlin Sorrells.
Kimberly Katic.
Angela Espada.
Cariseta Denny.
Erendira Gonzalez.
Antonia Whitehead.
Larissa Nelson.
Bianca Brewington. Adriana Leon Werner. Skylar Rowley. Mabel Joel. Nicholas Henton. Congratulations to all of our graduates of the Teachers College.
Congratulations to each and every one of you. And now I'm delighted to introduce Tracy Tanwar, a 2015 WGU graduate who currently serves as an assistant principal with Idea Public Schools here in Dallas. Principal Tanwar will provide a brief welcome to our newest graduates to the Alumni Association.
Good morning, WGU graduates. Welcome to Texas. On behalf of the more than 260,000 WGU alumni worldwide, I welcome you to our Alumni Association. It wasn't long ago I was attending my commencement in Austin, earning my master's in curriculum and design. WGU provided an enriching and engaging student experience. As a working mom, this was the absolute best opportunity for me to get my education. I'm happy to share that your learning and your engagement does not stop at this moment. You are now a night owl for life. It's a running joke in my family that I'm a night owl. That's my spirit animal, which is ironic for an assistant principal at a school. But now you can join us as well. I invite you to stay engaged with the many benefits WGU has to offer through the WGU Alumni Association, including free learning resources, career coaching, benefits, and much more. Please visit wgu.edu/alumni to stay engaged. Congratulations, Night Owls, and I'll see all of you in the Alumni Network.
Thank you, Principal Tanwar. Graduates, as we conclude this ceremony, I'd like to take this moment to recognize and thank the graduates wearing blue and gold philanthropy cords today for their generosity and support of WGU's Fellow Night Owl Scholarship. Philanthropy cords are not only a physical symbol of a graduate's commitment to WGU, but they also support a legacy that will last for generations. Thanks to the incredible support of these alumni and thousands of alumni before them, more than $150,000 has been raised for the Fellow Night Owl Scholarship, which has helped more than 125 students cross the finish line to graduation. Thank you for your support in helping your fellow Night Owls succeed. The degree you have earned at WGU will create new pathways to opportunity. But it is important to remember that commencement is not the end. It represents a new beginning. Whatever you choose to do, do it well, and great things will follow. Be bold. Learning is a lifelong journey. I urge you, as you continue your journey, to also reach out to others in the pursuit of their dreams. Identify meaningful ways to contribute to your communities and help us find our way as a country to unite and create a brighter pathway for future generations. At WGU, we have a commitment to serving and uplifting our communities. I encourage and invite you to make that same commitment. The world needs you more than ever. You've proven you can do hard things at just the right time, because there are few hard things out there that need doing. I'm reminded of a quote from Edward Everett Hale, a 19th century social reformer. He said this, "I'm only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do." As we close today, I hope you'll take a moment to reflect on the pride you felt during the ceremony. Thank you for letting us be a part of your education. Thank you for letting us be a part of your journey and to celebrate with you. As you celebrate, please share your excitement on social media using the hashtag WGUGrad. At this time, this concludes our ceremony. Thank you all for joining us. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you.